there has never been a more important time to move in a vegan direction. Whether you're ready to start, restart, or re-energize your vegan or plant-based practice, this podcast is for you. I'm Michelle Olander, life coach, vegan, ADHD matriarch, travel lover, and smoothie loather. And I know that it's the details that get in the way of your vegan journey. But I like to believe that the obstacle is always the way. So every week we meet here where I translate the tools of life coaching and Stoic philosophy. I bring you actionable tips, some laughs, interesting guests, and vegan ideas for everyone at any age. All to help you veg your best. Episode 207. How you vegan is how you do everything. Separating the noise from the signal. Hi, my Veg Your Bestie. I am sequestered in a small room, almost a closet here, trying to focus and get away from the distracting noise of my husband's voice on the phone, speakerphone, with Iberia Airlines. Now, our daughter-in-law, you may have heard this somewhere along the line, she's from Madrid, and there is going to be another christening in Spain next spring for her daughter, our first and only granddaughter. Out of 7 grandchildren, 1 little girl. Now, when her brother was christened in Spain, we all went to the town of Toledo, which is quite near Madrid, but that was 12 of us then. And this time, it means 15 of us all going together and getting to the south of Spain. Well, actually, when I say all going together, we're all going in different ways to the south of Spain, where the family's priest is now located. And let's just say that trying to come up with a plan and coordinate it for all 15 of us, 4 nuclear families, all flying in and out of separate airports, mostly on separate days, trying to use as much as possible some airline points. This has been like one of those very complicated war game maneuvers in a movie. But what we do is we just keep coming back to the goal. Now, the goal is there's one day in May in one town in Spain where we're all aiming to be together. That's the focus. So, of course, sometimes when a certain family member can't leave on a certain day or has to be back at a certain time or needs to also coordinate with some other people while in Spain or is desperate to see the Alhambra in Granada, okay, that one's me. When we have all these different plates spinning in the air, not everything is going to be perfect. Not everything is going to be possible exactly as hoped on the days that we're there. Even if not one of the flights or train journeys is canceled or delayed, there will be complications. People will get cranky. They will forget things. They will lose things. Kids will occasionally be miserable. And by the way, the ages next spring of the kids, I think I figured this out before. I think they're going to be 5, 3, 3, 2, 1, 9 months, and 8 months. So I think it's fair to say there will be the occasional frayed nerve. And again, that might be me. But the goal, I believe the goal will be accomplished. There will be a christening in spring 2025 in the south of Spain, and we will all be there. The details, yeah, we'll see. Because if we get too fixated on the details of where we stay, how we get there, what we eat, when we meet for breakfasts or dinners, or which medieval architectural wonder we see, me again, that is going to be, well, if not impossible, it's going to be super overwhelming. We have to keep coming back to the goal. And the goal is my daughter-in-law having her child christened in Spain with her family priest, and the rest of us showing up to celebrate with them together. First things first. First things first. Date at the church with the priest? Check. Family clear their calendars for a certain period of time around that date? Check. Town we can stay in nearby? Mostly check. Flights with enough seats together so 3 families with small children can sit all together coming out of 3 different airports? Well, that's where we are at the moment. Hence my husband's voice, which you may even be able to hear now and again. Now, I thought that this week, as summer is winding down, in fact, here where I am in Rhode Island, the sunset is before 8 o'clock now. This is always something I notice, and it kind of bothers me. It's the sunset slide into fall. So as summer is winding down and the other new year, which is what I call September, the other new year is just about here with all that tends to bring. And it's good to remember at this time of the summer that there is the goal, there is the why, there is the reason that it's important to you, and then there is all the back and forth detail. And that part can be messy. So if you are finishing up the summer and you're thinking about things and you're thinking there's been a lot of mess, there's been a lot of noise distracting me from the signal, let me restate that it will be messy anytime you've got something going on. It will be messy sometimes, at least. If your goal is to start or restart or re-energize your vegan or plant-based practice, the details of your practice are going to look different than anyone else's. And how you practice, that will be different if you're doing this alone and you can stop at any art historical monument that excites you, or if you're doing your goal with 15 people, most of whom, quite frankly, don't know Mozarabic art from Visigothic art, but you still love them and you're still going to make this work. Because anything worth doing, my veggie bestie, anything worth you committing to or creating or building or making happen, anything important and worthy is occasionally going to be a mess. It's occasionally going to be confusing. There will be times when most of us will look around and think things like, what got into me? Is this even possible? It's normal. Normal thoughts and feelings. And you know the expression, separating the noise from the signal. There's the signal you're trying to lock in on, the information, the goal, the what you're trying to do. And then there is all the noise that muddies that signal, that distracts you. And if you're like me in any way, you can find yourself spending a lot of time reacting to the noise and losing your focus on the signal. And literally right now, not figuratively, literally, I am trying not to hear the noise of my husband talking with Iberia Airlines on speakerphone. It is distracting me, and it's been distracting me all morning while I was trying to work. And I finally decided to just use this as a metaphor for what it is we are always doing at Veg Best. There are important reasons important reasons why you want to create a vegan practice, why you want to commit to a plant-based lifestyle, why you want to advocate or impact in some way. And that's the signal you'll need to keep tuning back into. Keep refocusing on it while real life, real people, real opportunities, and real problems create loads of noise. And of course, when this sort of lifestyle is newer and harder to visualize, it's going to be harder to stay tuned to that signal. And no matter what it is, vegan, plant-based, planning a family trip, building a business, writing a book, taking on a fitness regime, when it's something new, it's harder. It's harder to visualize, and it's harder to stay tuned into the signal rather than the noise. True whenever you're creating something new. So please do not let the noise, please do not let all the things that can go wrong or feel awkward or annoying, please don't let that keep you from reorienting, retuning, refocusing towards what it is you do want. Because your amazing life, it's not going to look like anyone else's. Your vegan journey is not going to look like anyone else's. So don't judge it. Don't judge yourself. Please, please be as impressed with yourself as I am with you. Because I am impressed with you. If you're still kind of struggling with what you've been trying to do, and you keep listening here, you keep allowing me to whisper in your ear every week that you can do all sorts of amazing things if you just don't let doing it badly get in the way. Just keep going, okay? And if you haven't been making the progress this summer that you had hoped, that you had planned, that you had wanted, heck, you aren't alone. You're not alone at all. There's been a lot of noise, and you might just need a little support tuning in to the signal that you want to focus on. And that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm here every week, reminding you that you can do it. And if you want to do it more intensively in a one-on-one coaching session, or over a few weeks, if you're trying to create more momentum, it would be my honor to help you, whatever it is that you've been trying to accomplish this summer. So please, don't drop that goal just because maybe you didn't make the progress on it that you had hoped this summer. The fall is waiting for you. Reach out. Reach out on Instagram or Voxer or email me. The links are all in the episode notes. And in the meantime, just veg your best. Veg Your Best podcast production, music, and editing by Charlie Weinshank. Thanks, Charlie. Before you go, it would mean so much to me and the Veg Your Best team if you would hit subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, or share with someone you think might be interested. Something about algorithms, it helps bump us up a little in the rankings, and that's the best way to help others find the podcast and for us to find our audience. So, until next week, make it easy and veg your best.